To Boys and Brunch. This is the show where we expose everything going down on the timeline. And look, this is our final episode. It's been about a year now, and we have been chatting and cutting up and everything all up and down the timeline and all over YouTube. It's been a fun
Try some
experience.
everywhere.
What'd you say?
I said try some everywhere.
Yes. And as you can see, we do have Marcus back with us for this final episode. He's making a special appearance for us. What's going on, Marcus? How you been?
What's up? What's up? I good. I'm still yet among the living. Let's say in case people were confused. But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm just here to say so
Awesome.
long, farewell.
What's in your cup today? What are you drinking?
Well, I wanted originally to go back to my old standard, but and get some red wine, but the liquor store did not have what I wanted, so I had to go back to my regular life old standard, which is some Jack and Coke.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. And we are also joined by Khalid Rivera. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Hi, all is good. I made the move. I passed my road test, so it's like just new beginnings.
Yes, absolutely. We love that. We love that. Congrats on that.
Thank
Um,
you.
and what are you drinking today? You have some alcohol this time? What's
No,
going
I
on?
have just water because all my stuff, is in the boxes and is being shipped, and I'm at my parents' house for the time being, and
Mm.
they don't got nothing there.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, look, you will celebrate, I'm sure, once you finally get settled. And
Yes.
we'll get that whole update from you soon. Mama Shay, what's going on?
Woo, it's a work day. And y'all got me here recording. I was just telling Jarrod earlier, this is a Wednesday night, and I have worked 37 hours this week.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So I deserve my German Riesling.
You do. You do. Jeez.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Between work and the white lady at work. Oh, Jesus.
Not a white lady at work.
There's one in particular. I'm surrounded by, as in most like corporate jobs, I'm surrounded by those without much melanin, but there's a particular one that, woo, Jesus.
No, I've seen you talk about them. I just like oof. I almost want to tell you, you know what you say about like armpit too? Like you may want to do that seriously. Like put it in a headlock.
It almost happened. We were almost there yesterday.
Goodness.
Oh,
goodness.
y'all argued in the fax room. The fax room, y'all was about to go down in the fax.
No, we got an open office. It was gonna be right in the middle of everything.
Ooh, I would have pulled out my phone, but
Oh my gosh, World Star. Nobody even says that. Is so funny that World Star is not even a thing anymore.
I was
used to be
thinking
like-
that.
Well, you
That
saying-
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
It's shade room now. You gonna about to get up on the shade room.
Ooh.
That's what it
Child,
is.
that's worse.
Yeah. And well, we don't need to go on. We don't need to go into the shade room, but I see what everybody's talking about because I've been following them for a little bit now, and I'm like, okay, what is this post doing? Like, what are y'all
Stirring the pot.
really?
Yeah.
It's so messed up. But yeah. Anyway, I guess there's not much has changed since Sunday, which was a few days ago. As of this recording, it is now Wednesday. But just focused on this new beginning for me, which I will get into more later. And I've been working out regularly. I've actually been going to the gym.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see any definition in here yet.
Come
Not
on,
really.
I don't
come
know.
on.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm trying to get it there. Trying to get it there. You can't
Okay.
even see
Let's
it.
stop it.
I got a little more.
Look,
than you.
Khalid got it better than I did. I can't even.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably need more shadow to like get that
I know.
line in
I
there.
mainly do a lot of running. I don't like to do weights. See, I work out to just be healthy, have the energy, and maintain. I don't work out for looks. I work out for health, endurance, strength, and energy. So I do a lot of running.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I think I'm working out for a little bit of both, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm still single. Some of us ain't got a man calling us every night.
No, I don't work out for looks either, because I don't work out.
That seems surprising to me. So your like definition is just genetics.
I mean, I suppose, because I do like a lot of walking and stuff, like, so I do like cardio and stuff, so I guess that counts. But yeah, I guess.
You know, it's interesting because when I worked at my retail job, because I was upstanding all the time, walking up and down the stairs. You know, it was just like I was trim and thin, and I was feeling my best in my 20s, just feeling my best. And I get to 30s, and I'm sitting in a chair at this new job, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Woo, where did it all go? What happened? What happened?
What store did you work at?
Say that again.
What retail store did you work at?
I worked at Banana Republic.
Oh yeah, I used to work at Gap, Old Navy, a whole bunch of retail stores.
So you got the gist. What were we about to say, Marcus?
I was just gonna say that see, and that's me. Like my students have joked to me and say their eyes get a workout in my classes, because I'm always going like from one side of the room, walking up and down the little aisleways, what have you. Like I cannot.
You're giving a performance.
I am.
Got good stage presence. Oh goodness. Okay, so
I ordered my little infinity hoop. I succumbed to the Instagram ads.
Infinity hoop. What is that?
Yeah, so like I love the hula hoop thing, but because I'm inside and just like finding enough space to actually hula hoop inside is a whole thing. And then I have a weighted one, and I'm in an apartment, so anytime it falls, that's like, you know, my neighbor downstairs is here. So I don't really want to be that neighbor who sounds like the elephants. Like I have elephants that live upstairs. I don't want to be that neighbor. So the infinity hoop actually like fits on your waist, and it has it's like a string with a weighted ball, and you kind of keep that in the area.
Okay.
So all the reviews that I saw, and like I went on the real people's Instagram, and not just like what they posted, but I went to the other people's stuff who are actually like posting updates and things like that. And like I think it's maybe 24 to 28 links around, like to, you know, expand and get the right fit. And these people were taking off a link or two that are like an inch or two long every week.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Very cool.
And I was like, okay. And all I got to do, you know, it's less chance for me to really hurt myself, because yoga, with all my extra issues as far as health go, like I mess up my ligaments and tendons, so I can't even do yoga anymore. And anything with like really pressure points, like I injure myself literally in my sleep. So there's a whole bunch of exercises that are just, they're going to mess my body up. So I needed like maximum results with as least like injure possibilities. So I was like, okay, that one you're just really engaging core and kind of getting with that. So I'm hoping that with that minimal movement plus maximum payout.
Gotcha. Okay. That kind of reminds me of like the jump rope that doesn't have like the rope attached to it, just has the weight. I've been seeing that recently. Interesting. But we are going to do, I mean, I know this is our last show, but we do have one topic to get into. This is going to be a short show, but I think that this will get us, I think this will get some interesting discussion. So there was a tweet where somebody tweeted out like a list of rules for attending a wedding. So let me just read this out for you guys.
Okay.
My name is blank, and I am the wedding coordinator for blank and blank Sanders. These are names that have been crossed out for privacy's sake. I am reaching out to all confirmed guests, singular, all confirmed guests, to do a finally, I'm sorry. Let me put this on the screen so y'all can see. Let me put this on the screen so y'all can see this spelling, okay? Because
I would be furious if my planner sent that to my people, because my people would be writing me about all these mistakes.
I mean, they don't use Grammarly.
Okay.
Something with
So
anything.
she says, I am reaching out to all confirmed guests to do a finally head count and go over some rules and regulations of the wedding day. First of all, are you still attending with a +1? And then she has a list of rules and regulations. Number 1, please arrive 15 to 30 minutes early. Number 2, please do not wear white, cream, or ivory. Number 3, please do not wear anything other than a basic bob or ponytail.
Ooh.
Number 4, please do not fave a full face of makeup.
Do not fave a full face of makeup. What's wrong
She
with
meant to
that?
say have there, but it's and I'm looking at my keyboard. The F is 2 keys left.
Right.
So I don't know how that happened, but okay.
I'm sorry.
Number 5, do not record during the ceremony, spelled with an S. Number 6, do not check in on FB, which is Facebook, until instructed.
Okay.
Number 7, use hashtag blank. They crossed it out. Use hashtag blank when posting all pictures. Number 8, on all caps, do not talk to the bride at all.
What?
Number 9, everyone will toast with Remy. No acceptance. Number 10, lastly, must come with gift $75 or more, or you won't be admitted in.
No, you want to be admitted in. And then the $sign is after the number.
Right. So oof, man. Just bad.
I would assume that was a joke if it arrived at my house.
I was like, oh girl, you're real funny. You're real funny.
Oh my gosh. I'll start with Mama Shay, since she seems to be talking, or since the wedding planner seems to be talking to women, especially with the bob or their ponytail comment.
You don't know these days. People got, plenty of people got all kinds of hair going on. So.
That's true. What would you adhere to all these rules if you were going to, like?
It's not my wedding. I'm not hosting it. No. And you're not even getting a gift, to be quite honest. My gift is these edits on this little invitation, and I'm just like that with a red pen and edit marks. And I would probably hit up my friend and be like, since I cannot talk to you, I'm going to talk to your husband and let you know that your wedding planner has lost her entire mind.
Mm.
Now, do you think that the wedding planner said this, or I feel like this is probably Bridezilla that directed the wedding planner to say this. That's what my impression is. I don't know what y'all think.
Yes.
So yes and no. For some of them are just regular wedding etiquette. Like you don't wear, especially if the bride is wearing white and it's a traditional wedding, like you don't do the white or ivory or beige type of thing. Like, so that is like whatever. As far as arriving 15 to 30 minutes early, depending on your audience, that applies.
True.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, I was actually, because of all the links that went to, I was actually surprised to not have children mentioned, children and babies, because that's a hot topic for weddings. But as far as like, I can't do a bob or a ponytail, so I'm obviously not in attendance anyway. It said either or, is you wearing this or this. You're also not gonna like instruct me on what gift I'm giving, who I'm doing. Nah, you gotta go.
Right, $75 or more, or you won't be admitted.
Admitted? Are there tickets? Like,
right.
What if we?
They're gonna be standing at the door saying, "The receipt for your gift, please."
And like, even though like you will toast with Remy, you might have people who are recovering, and they're just not gonna toast you. Because it's not Remy, you better find me some colored juice or something. I just think it's definitely an overreach. And I know some wedding planners, especially one who will boldly put out something like that without checking on Grammarly and such, seems like that she is a bit self-important. So I feel like that it might have been a case where like she talked to the couple and was like, hey, so do you want sophisticated? Do you want this. Like, I don't know that she actually asked those specific questions. I think it could work both ways. Either a bridezilla or a power-hungry wedding planner. I could see it both ways.
Okay. Marcus, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts is I'm not coming. Like that's my main thought. Like, hey, I got the invitation, so I'm not coming because this is some bullshit. Like that's basically how I would approach that. Because no, that's foolishness. The only one I was originally like okay with was a don't wear white. Okay, fine.
right.
I wasn't okay with the 15 to 30 minutes until Mama Shay was like, well, if you got a big crowd, okay, that would make sense. All right, fine, I'll let that go too. But everything else, no, that reads deterrence. That means don't go. That's what that sounds like to me. Because either, to me, regardless, whether it's the bride doing this, whether it's the wedding planner, or hell, even if it's the husband, the groom doing this, like whoever is doing this, don't need my presence. So I'm going to give them that. That will be my gift, for me not to be there.
I hear that, Khalid. I see the face. What's going on in your head?
What bothers me, two things that bothers me. What is this whole thing in not wearing makeup? You want people to look nice when they go to the wedding. Women are going to, and women and men, whoever wants to wear makeup is going to wear makeup because they want to look nice. I don't think that's going to pull focus and attention from the bride because, the bride is going to have her own makeup artist and they're going to zhuzh her up, hopefully, and make her look good that, the focus is going to be on her. So what if somebody's having some sort of makeup to make themselves look nice or just even and clean, not shiny? I think that's perfect example of overreach. And then this whole thing and not talking to the bride at all, but the whole wedding is about you're going to speak to the bride, you're going to congratulate her, there's going to be communication. To not talk to the bride at all, that does not make sense.
Yeah, Marcus, go ahead.
So and this may be kind of off a little bit, but the whole idea of this is going to take attention away from the bride, that always throws me. Like you're in a big, huge white gown at the front of the building or church or wherever it is you're getting married at. People are looking at you. Like, if I walk in here in a pure white suit, if I walk in here in a white gown, you're still the center of attention. Like, so saying that, even though I understand it's traditional, saying that you can't wear white, and especially with this, saying that you can't wear makeup is like, one, are you that insecure? Two, do you think you look that bad?
Right.
Really, I mean, it really just screams insecurity to me. I would just be like, okay, you're doing too much. But I don't think, I mean, I would mostly have a problem because I'm not, well, the hair thing, I guess, is specifically speaking to, I mean, we're talking traditionally. I think they're specifically speaking to women. With makeup, I think they're speaking specifically to women. $75 or more, I would have a problem with. Because aren't we spending money on the? Oh no, they're spending money on the dinner.
Right.
Yeah. So, but still, I'm not. Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
That's what I'm saying. But to be honest, Jarrod, like, at this point with some of these other messages, it probably wouldn't matter. Like, it wouldn't follow up under that particular rule. But I feel like if you walked up in there with the way that your hair is now, they'd be like, I honestly feel like that because they're just that insecure.
Oh, insane. And then to not talk to the bride at all. Like, is that like just during the ceremony or?
It was in all caps. So to me, it seems like throughout the entire day.
That is just so weird. Like, have you ever been at a wedding where you were just, I don't know, where you had to just like sit there and like not talk to somebody or not talk to another?
It's impossible. Never.
Like,
not just that, when they leave the building, you line up outside specifically to speak to them. Like, after they go down whatever aisle there is, they usually, like, especially if you're leaving to go to a different place for the reception, they're like greeting you as the new people, like, as you go out. So you want me to just acknowledge him? Is that what we're doing?
Which is another problem
about the groom.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
People like this, they forget the whole point of what marriage is all about. And now she's made it completely, her and the wedding planner they've made it completely materialistic and superficial. And that's not a good way to start off a
I'll
marriage.
agree with you on that. But we did bring up the topic of makeup and whether or not they were talking to men or women. So I just have another question. It's a little bit off topic, I guess. Would you, well, I guess, okay, so here's a question that's for all of us. Would you go out with a man who wears makeup? Or would you, would that be attractive to you, or would that be a turn off to you?
What kind of makeup though? Because there's some guys that they pull full face. And then there's some that they just put it to cover up if they have razor bumps, like they'll cover up, or little bags on their eyes to not make it look like they have makeup, but they don't wear it all the time. But if it's somebody that has that full face, I wouldn't, because from what I've seen, I can only speak for myself, my experience, and it doesn't matter whether New York or elsewhere, guys that wear that full face of makeup, how can I say it? I've yet to come across one that's actually very nice, kind, and sincere. Very bitchy, nasty attitudes, this nasty. And I see that, I'm like, okay, let me get ready, because the attitude is going to come in, and it never fails. And it's really sad.
That's interesting.
That's been my experience. I'm not saying men who wear that full face that they're all nasty with attitude.
I got you.
That's all I've seen.
Where have they been in ballroom scene usually, or was that just
in the clubs, out the clubs, every day out and about, just different areas, different scenarios. It's just day or night. It's
I wonder if what you're coming across is it's like an armor that they have for wearing that out in public. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little extra, But go ahead, Marcus.
And I was gonna say, I think it most definitely is. That doesn't change the fact that still mean, spiteful, and don't really want to deal with them. But I definitely, like, if you want to go into like the psychological reasons, I definitely think that's why they do that. But I guess to give an answer for the question myself, I've said several times on this show, I like my niggas gay. So I don't necessarily have an issue with that. I think I would actually probably echo Khalid's statements. Like if there's an attitude is gonna come with it, then I have a problem. I don't care about the makeup, but if attitude and so like this persona comes with the makeup, then you and it can leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've seen, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think I would be more readily accepting if you had like foundation or whatever to cover up whatever blemishes, and just to, full face and stuff. I don't know. I mean, maybe on a special event.
I can't see you as somebody with the full face and no.
I'm trying to show growth here.
Yeah, but I don't see that as a match for you. I no.
So growth in your shadow just means the light moved. That didn't, because that shade came through.
Yeah, I mean, I would try. I mean, I feel like it would have to be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna be.
So the answer is no.
The answer is not at this time.
Not at this time. I'm still growing. I'm still like, and I'm with Marcus. Like, I like my guys gay too, So I think I would be open to stretching the bounds a little bit on my views on that type of thing. But, I like what I like. And so that's just kind of where I am with it.
And that's fine. You like what you like. Yeah.
He look like you just talking. But the answer is still no.
I'm trying. Man, that's so funny. But I just I think about like somebody like Lil Nas X. He is just so comfortable doing a lot of like not even just makeup, but like a whole
He's doing a lot.
look, and going completely femme or completely masculine. And I just wonder. I feel like, Marcus, would you be cool like with him? Would you be cool with a Lil Nas X? I mean, because of course he's not going to be wearing the crazy looks out and like just out on a casual day. But I don't know. Would you be okay like with him on the red carpet or something potentially?
Have you seen Lil Nas X? I feel like that should answer the question.
I think I probably already knew that answer, but yeah.
But hold on, wait a minute. Now this may extend things a little bit, but what you mean? Lil Nas X is doing a lot.
Did I say he was doing a lot?
No,
that was me. That was me. But from the beginning and now, like that he started, yeah. I mean, he's well. I've spoken about him before. I think he's doing a lot to get attention and all his gimmicks and the style and everything that he's doing. Sometimes I feel like, yeah, okay, yeah, he's reaching.
Interesting.
We've had this conversation.
That's what I'm leaving alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you were here for that specific conversation that we had, Marcus, when we were talking about Lil Nas X, and I don't know. I think we have differing views about that because I don't know. I just feel like Lil Nas X is kind of pushing the envelope, and we don't need to rehash it, but
yeah, I'm leaving
on
alone.
opposite ends.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Let him do his thing.
So, Mama Shay, I didn't come to you yet. So, I mean, I guess it's a little bit different. I don't know. Well, hey, I mean, I guess would you go out with a dude full face of makeup?
Yeah, I don't think I would care and I think it has a lot to do with me being demisexual, heterosexual, but pan-romantic. So, like, especially if we're in a relationship, I just love you for you. So whatever that looks like for you, I'm going to root for you to be happy in whatever expression of you choose to present. So, yeah, we could get matching skirts and, if we're going to go full femme, get matching outfits and help me with my makeup because I'm not the makeup queen. So, come on.
I could see with somebody with a Milli Vanilli look, when they had makeup on, but it was looking good, I could see it.
Vanilli.
I had to picture it.
No, so I prefer my ideal is like the lumberjack / bear.
Oh yeah,
so that's my ideal. And you're going to need to be darker than me because I'm pretty light, and after that. So
wait, say that again so we can hear that in the mic.
After that, the penis gets pink and you can keep it.
We don't do uncooked meat.
Thank you. That's not gonna be a thing over here.
You're crazy. You know that.
I don't know. I guess being in New York, I've been blessed to have all different shades of down under. And
look, if it doesn't bother you, by all means, get it where you fit in. Go live your life. For me personally,
I feel you.
If we are starting off pink and getting redder, and now there's a pimple, and you want me to do something with that, we have problems, and it's not going to happen.
I feel you.
As for me and my house, we don't do those things. Literally, we don't do those things.
Right side of the screen is one way. I personally don't have that. Restriction.
We've got the equal opportunity group.
right.
On this side.
Yeah.
And then you have the no, please cook that a moment or two longer on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about preference. So, obviously we are all just like, hey, that's you, go team.
Yes.
But what's funny is you like your steak cooked like medium. and I like mine.
It still
well
needs
done.
to be mooing. You leather.
I mean, but there's a difference because I'm the same way. Like medium is usually how I order my steak.
Oh,
There's a difference, I think, in that because that's dead. Like, so I can accept it being, the way that it is. This is still living, and
Number one, I'm chewing it and I'm putting it in
also
my
that,
nutritional hole.
also
Other
that.
things are going in other places, and keep it away from those. Just
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
you asked me, Jarrod. You asked for this.
I didn't know that's where we were gonna go, but I just wanted you to make sure. I just wanted to get that on the record. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I needed.
watch
Yeah.
some like Polish,
Oh
some
my
big
gosh,
Polish
okay.
man or Russian man is gonna come up to her and sweep her off her feet.
I didn't plug in
'cause
my
that's
cord, so keep talking.
I rebuke that.
Get it away! Get it away! Get it away! No, he laughed.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Wait,
There
I
was so much
rebuke.
commotion, and look what
He
happened.
laughed.
Broke the internet. We
We
broke the internet. Hello,
Oh my
hello,
goodness.
hello.
Woo.
Look at that!
Not to have
It was-
that on me.
Too hot for the internet.
Listen,
Hello.
I don't know.
Amazing.
Like, did he just turn off, or is
I don't know. Is
No,
he
I
like
don't know
legit?
what happened. You said one thing, and then look. Well, wait. Oh, he's back. Okay, it's not Mercury retrograde, right?
I had
Yeah.
to plug in my
Last week.
laptop so it didn't die on me.
Ah.
I keep
we were
forgetting
at?
that
It was
one.
like, oh, was it that? Like, I'm pretty sure I said something a bit more fiery just before.
No, I'm here. I'm here. But that was basically all that we had prepared to, I guess, really get into. But I do want to go down the line here and just get an idea of what's next for everybody. And I guess I'll start with Mama Shay because I know you pulled a card. You pulled an oracle card for us for the show. So why don't we start with that, and then we'll get into some questions.
So I just pulled one just for like future. What are we looking at in general, and then what could possibly hinder some stuff? So the card that we're going for is called Seeing the True You.
Mhm.
And I thought that was very appropriate just for all of us kind of embarking on some new stuff. And then the card for like what could be an issue says focus on the light.
Ooh,
Oh, okay, I see.
come on.
And so the issue here with this, like usually we're like, oh, you're focusing on the light. Yay, good vibes, keep going. The issue here is if you don't take time to at least acknowledge the dark, what is in the dark will hurt you. You can't just keep going, oh no, we're just going to do this. We're ignoring what may be negative, what may be bad, what we might not be like, oh no, just scoot that aside. I don't have time as like an excuse to not deal with things.
Right.
You can't do that while moving into this new season because you'll be like, oh, it wasn't an issue before, it won't be now. It's going to be your biggest issue. Like you got to focus on that other stuff from time to time. Shouldn't be your main focus, obviously, because you are moving forward, but focusing strictly on the light, what's in the dark will get you.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So what are you looking forward to, Mama Shay? What's in the future for you? What has I guess I know you. I guess it's more work stuff. I would assume. But what else is going on?
Work stuff. I am actually looking forward to. We're hiring a couple new people, so getting some stuff off of my plate so that I can actually potentially have a 40-hour work week. That would be great. But also that means having more people under me that I'm responsible for. Maybe turn of the year, in the next 6 months at least, I'll probably be made director of my department.
Okay.
So that's coming up. And as that, we will actually have more women in our leadership at our company, which is the 6th number 6 marketing company in the nation right now. So
Very
I was like,
nice.
oh, yay, girl power.
That's good.
And hopefully moving within that same time period, like within 6 months, probably right when the spring begins. I want a standalone house where I don't hear neighbors next to, above, and I can jump on my floor if I feel like it, and there's nobody under me that's going to bang on the ceiling.
All right. Well, look, I am absolutely looking forward to that for you. I remember when, you left the job that we were in, and just where just where you were at that moment, and then how quickly you kind of I guess just kind of came into your own at that new position. So hats off to you. Question. Well, I mean, I guess I know the answer, but I guess for the viewers, like, what brought you to Boys and Brunch, and how has this experience been for you?
Mainly, for the most part, I am not really a camera video person. But the more and more I get into my leadership role at the job, I have to do more Zoom calls. I have to lead more trainings. I have to be client facing at some point. And I was like, well, if I can use like Boys and Brunch to kind of break me into being on camera, remembering not to be all over. I still use my hands a lot, but just being cognizant of that and like kind of how to conduct myself on camera was really a big goal of mine. I was like, if I get out of my comfort zone here and not necessarily make it my comfort zone, but get more comfortable on camera, it will help me at work and having to explain things to clients and things like that.
Got you.
So
okay. Very cool. Do you feel that it has helped?
It has definitely helped. Even it's helped me like even stop being so critical of like the other people on the other side of the Zoom call. Because and Jarrod knows this about me. When I get to business things, I'm like, we are professionals. Get it tight, get it right. There will be no playing around. If we're doing business, no funny business. This is business. Don't get on here and embarrass me in any way, shape, or form. Coworker, friend, boyfriend, like whatever, however we're related, don't embarrass me. So if you get on here and your stuff isn't right, I basically have clearance now. If I am on a call, somebody will say something and I'm looking at the client and then the other person starts stuttering. And I was like, so what they meant to say was this, and I just take it like, and I have literally done that and turned their mic on mute and kept going. And I was like, and next.
Okay.
You are not going to embarrass me at work. Once I get into a leadership position, you will not embarrass me.
Yeah, got you.
Wow.
Okay, Khalid, there is a move that is in motion for you. Can you let us know where you are with that and what you're kind of looking forward to as you embark into a new locale, and who's around you? What are you trying? What do you hope happens in this new place?
So I left New York City. I've been in New York City my whole life. I've lived in every borough. And for a while, I just felt in my spirit that it was time to leave and do something new. So moved out. I'm in Florida right now. I'm in Fort Myers with my parents because eventually I would like to transition to be in Miami. My parents convinced me that it would be smarter instead of having to go back and forth from New York to Miami looking at places, that it's just easier to come to Fort Myers, which is only like 2.5 hours from Miami, that I can practice my driving. The transition will be easier to move my stuff from storage to Miami. And I can look at places comfortably and no rush, at places in Miami. And that eventually I want to be able to live in Miami. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I have family in Florida, and that way, if anything, happens or just people need something, I'm not too far away from my parents anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. I only see you once or twice a year because we're so far away. And it was a lot of other, personal and spiritual reasons as well that I just felt it was time. And I'm very grateful that I I have this habit of always being very organized and planning things, and everything has just gone smoothly, and it's just been fabulous and wonderful. And I also feel like, well, that's a sign, from above. Just like this is meant to be. It's going very well.
I always find like there's always, when you try to do something, there's always that little bit of struggle. Like, and I expect a little bit of, a few bumps in the road. But for the most part, I feel like when you're doing something that you're like meant to do, it should be relatively
It's
smooth. You know what I'm
smooth.
saying? That's just kind of how I
Everything.
feel. I feel like if you're constantly hitting your head against the wall, that it might be time to shift.
Yeah.
Right,
know?
right.
So, what was I going to ask you? So, yeah.
Are you going to wind up being more tan? Because I know New York, like, there's seasons. We're moving into that pale season now. Since you're, Miami and Florida, are you going to spend more time? Do you tan usually?
I try not to, even in the summers in New York, I try not to be out in the sun too long. Just for a little bit. I'm not one to be like, oh, I'm all about the tanning and everything, because I just get like way too hot. And plus, sometimes I can burn easily, and it's not good being out in the sun too long. That's how you age, hello. It's not good for you. Like, even when I'm in the beach, like, I'll just like, when I tan, like, it's just like 15 minutes on one side, 15 minutes on the other, and I just cover myself up, or I'd be under an umbrella. Yeah. So I'm sure I'll get a little extra color, but I'm not like purposely trying to.
Got you.
This is a world
Mama Shay,
in
you'll
which
stay
I
out
know
there for how
nothing.
long?
Oh yeah, I'm 45 minutes on each side, but we're flipping like probably 4 or 5 times, like all together. So I'm out there for some hours. With my skin, I do burn, but then as long as I have coconut oil or like a good moisturizer on afterwards, in 2 to 3 days, I'm brown. And I don't feel like it's like it burns and then it smooths into brown. So when I was in LA, I had tan upon tan upon tan. And then it took me almost 4 years to lose all the tan lines. Like 4 years in Philly to lose all the tan lines from LA. Wow. And now I feel like I am embarrassingly pale. I am actually considering, I always said I would not, but I'm considering an artificial tanning bed because the spray tan will never match. No, but I might have to lay on a bed because this is a lot.
Khalid, what attracted you to Boys and Brunch in the first place? Because I know you started as a guest.
Yeah, well, I was just watching the stuff like, so I came across I think it was either I came across your Instagram or you had another show on another streaming platform. And then I was just looking you up, and then I was watching as many episodes as I could on YouTube. And then when I saw, it's like, oh, they come on live on Sundays. I'm actually going to be available, so I'm going to watch it. So I was watching like a few episodes, and then there was one time, like, it was like, oh, I forgot what topic it was, but like to join. I was just like, listen, I'm here at home. I'm into this. I was like, why not? I was just like, just try something different and new. I never thought that I would like do this, but I was just like, you know what? Just do it. This is a year of major changes, and I want to push myself. And then here I am now, and it's been really nice. It's been a lot of fun,
Yeah. We have enjoyed you. I think you have brought a different energy, and you've
Thank you.
Definitely you've challenged us. Yeah, I mean, but in a good way. And I appreciate your energy and everything that you brought to the show, even as a guest and as a regular host as well. I'm grateful for having you here.
Oh, thank you.
And I really wish you the best moving forward. Of course, we will keep in touch online, and make sure everybody else follows Khalid's YouTube as well. He does some YouTube as well, so follow his channel.
Yeah, you actually, I started that. You inspired me. You really did. After like I did like 1 or 2 of the Boys and Brunch shows, and then like my best friend was watching it, and then she's like, why don't you try to do like some of your own stuff? And like, so you definitely like really inspired me. I don't think if I would have come across your profile on the other show on Boys and Brunch, I don't think I would be doing any of that stuff. I was like, ew, content creating. Oh God, no. Like, but
But you have a very strong voice, and I think a lot of people would love to tune in and hear you. So I'm glad that you're doing it, and I'm happy that I was able to be a part of that for
thank
you.
you.
As
Well, I mean, what you do is fantastic, and it's so refreshing because a lot of the times people who do this, it's like very mean spirited a lot of the times, very Perez Hilton, and it just turned me off. It's like I don't want to watch that, and so it was refreshing to see your stuff and see Boys and Brunch. I'm like, this is a lot of fun. It's informative, but you're so kind too, and that's what really drew me in.
Oh, thank you. And I'm glad that we didn't come off as like the cutthroat type of gossip group, because I know it's very easy to get there.
Right.
We definitely have had a lot of what do you call it? Constructive criticism for a lot of these people that we talked about.
Yes.
But I tried to keep it. I don't know, just
keep it light.
See all sides of the argument.
Yes.
Yes, you are a resident fence rider.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm getting off the ride, because my ass is hurting.
Caught one too many splinters over there.
One too many splinters.
I'm weak.
Marcus, so what's new with you? What's going on? What are you looking forward to in the future? And have we missed anything since you've not been on the show?
Has anything major happened? No, not really. Nothing major. I'm still working, still teaching, still trying to get the hell out of school.
How's the new car?
Oh, yay! Montoya's great. She is fine. I should tell her that you asked about her. But yeah, actually, I gotta get some gas, so thank you for that. But yeah, no, I don't think anything major has really happened. I've been just maintaining my main focus now is I'm at the point where it's like do or die for me getting out of school. That sounds really dire. It's not that dire, but I am just like to the point where, okay, I am truly and fully officially sick of school. Like I've got to really buckle down and get about. So that's like my main focus. And I made some pretty good progress towards that. So, here's hoping that, this time next year I'll be long done and, be doing my own thing otherwise.
May I ask what that what else that is, or is that kind of like you trying to keep it low key? Because I respect that as well.
So my main thing, like for me, finishing school, getting this degree, getting this doctorate is really for the measure of job security. Like,
which doctorate are you getting? If you care to share.
It's a doctorate in humanities, but it's my concentrations are in English and African American studies. Which if you watch me at all, you should probably know that by now. But yeah, so that's my goal for this is to get this measure of job security, because I really do love teaching. But I spent so many years as an adjunct, so many years doing like part-time instructing, and that's so precarious. It's so to the point where like they could just up and decide that, we don't need your services, so now you're out of a job. And I was fortunate enough to get promoted before, COVID really struck, because immediately then people started leaving left and right. They started getting rid of people because they didn't have the bodies to fill the classes. So that really, really kind of just woke me up to be like, okay, you really need to hanker down and get to the point to where you can get some real solid security. And even though the degree doesn't guarantee it, it definitely gets me a lot closer to that. So that's my big focus. That's what I really want to get a degree for. And also, to be honest, I want to do it to teach what I want to teach.
If you're editing for that thesis, I got you. That's what I do. So I got you.
We'll talk. But yeah, because I spent 5-6 years teaching like nothing but comp. And while I enjoy it, like I enjoy much more teaching my interest. Like this is my second semester teaching, on my interest, talking about like Black, like fantasy, science fiction, horror, like that type of deal. So I want to do more of that. And the only way I can do that is to hanker down, get this degree, and go do what I do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wish you a ton of luck on that, because I know that is no easy feat.
Thank you.
I do think you would be perfect, like doing like your own podcast with the Black science fiction, the Black fantasy talk. I feel like you would be perfect to do that. And I would totally just give my 2 cents anytime you needed me. But I know you still do the. Say it again.
I said I would absolutely watch. Like, as somebody who doesn't, I love English, but I don't read a lot anymore just due to my job and all my extracurriculars that involve editing and stuff. I'm tired of seeing words, by the time. So I would absolutely watch, because it's good to know who to read, where things tie in, and all like the history of things. And I feel like those canons as well as offshoots, and you can do them not just from a fan of comics or sci-fi or what have you, but also from the educational point. So I feel like I would love to be a fly on the wall in any of those discussions.
Yeah, don't give me ideas. I already got too much to do. Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas.
Yeah, you know what you should? I mean, like when you get your class, you should just record your classes and just put them up there. Just like,
yeah, I have thought about
an idea. We're just throwing everything at you today.
We are seeing the true you. Yeah. So come on.
So Marcus, I do want to ask you, we're kind of the originators of Boys and Brunch. So what got you on board, or how were you feeling about how we started versus where we are now? And I don't know, what are your thoughts on, I guess, the whole experience?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. It all started several months. No, I'm playing. But no, I mean, of course, you reached out to me, and we had known each other from like the con circuit and stuff beforehand. And you reached out to me, and I had to think about it because, I was like, I do so much. It's like, okay, let me think on it. But I think what really kind of motivated me to want to do it is I've always been like a fan of pop culture. Like that's one of my like research things. One of the things I teach and talk about. So, having the opportunity to talk about it, in a podcast format, I thought, oh, this could be fun. And I'm not new to podcasting either. I've guested on a couple of different things. So I was like, okay, I said I could do this. And then, once we got started, and I had, a couple of my friends, my best friend is frequently in the comments, and a couple of my people were like, oh, I like this. I enjoy this. Like one of my friends said that she listened to a bunch of our episodes, like when she's going back and forth from home and school. So for a while I was like, yeah, I like this. I like this.
Very cool.
I think where we are now, I think we have done a lot of I think we've done a lot of the work that you originally said that you wanted to do. I think what the three of me, you and Brandon talked about at first was wanting to kind of create a space and create a community. And I think about the people who I have met, who I have connected with through Boys and Brunch, and the people, who are now like, part of my circle from this experience. I can't say that I think we have, and particularly you, because this is, your thing. I think we have achieved that. And I'm really, really glad to have seen it.
Yeah. I would agree with you. I think that we have definitely created something really special. We've got this group of eclectic characters that and I have fallen out of practice of calling out the bourgeois, but I mean, it is what it
always will be. Always will be.
But yeah, I was just really surprised at how well we did when we started. I really didn't think we were going to get anybody watching us consistently. I mean, and that's not, we've got people who are strictly podcast listeners who haven't really been in the chat so much, but they still are a part of the bourgeois, you know. I know you hate that word, Marcus, but I'm gonna use it.
Please do.
But yeah, you know, I think, you know, the whole idea for me started with, I don't know, looking through Twitter, seeing all of these back and forth debates, and, you know, seeing how one tweet could be read a million different ways, and people kind of piling on somebody, and that may not necessarily need all that. You know, it was a couple things. So it was like, you know, we definitely could talk about these pop culture topics and add some nuance to it that you don't normally see online, and then kind of put it back out online and see what the reaction would be. And I also thought that Twitter should have done a TV show a long time ago, right? Like, I feel like they could, you know, potentially, you know, the ideas here, they could rip me off or whatever they want to do, whatever. But
tell them pay you.
Yeah, do not. That was not verbal consent. It was not legally binding.
It was not verbal consent.
Okay.
I said they could potentially is what I meant, but please don't. But they have all the trending topics and stuff, and so they could do like a news style kind of show where you just have a panel talking about the different trending topics. You know, I chose to niche down into, I guess, specifically Black gay Twitter, because a lot of the stuff that we talk about kind of reverberates throughout Twitter anyway. But yeah, you know, and I'm just, that's kind of where it started. And I'm happy that we had this platform. I'm happy that we were able to have the conversations that we did. You know, we had some crazy laughs, and we had some, well, I will say I had some cringy moments. I look back on some of these, I'm like, oh God, what the hell was I talking about? You know, so but you know, it's on camera now, and you know, I just hope it's not one of those I hope that doesn't that's not one of those dark things that Mama Shay was talking about that I have to ignore.
This gonna come back.
Right. I hope I didn't say anything too crazy. I tried to keep it together.
Well, we were always on you about being on the fence. So I think, if anything, that's a testament that you hit your mark there. Because we definitely were trying to claim you for whichever team we were talking about.
Yeah. So, you know, looking forward, you know, we won't be doing Boys and Brunch, but you know, in a couple of episodes, I was introducing or kind of testing out this idea of talking about friendship, or kind of talking to people who may have had trouble reaching out to people who to try to have friends, or to try to start relationships or date or whatever. That is now going to be my focus. I have been working on kind of rebranding myself for the past year. And I think that it's time to kind of put some things into motion. And so that's kind of why I'm shifting a little bit. So, you know, I have a brand new podcast. It's going to be called Boyfriends. I'm going to be introducing it as the Boyfriends podcast, but the name is just Boyfriends. So whatever you want to call it, Boyfriends podcast, whatever. But I have 4 other co-hosts, and we're all going to be recording here in Philly. We did do like a test run. I think we have some good energy, and I will be premiering that October, like the first Monday in October, just like the 4th or something like that, or 3rd or 4th or something like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned to that, and be sure to follow at Boyfriends Pod. There's nothing up there that's on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok, and I tried to like get it everywhere. So yeah, at Boyfriends Pod, and we will be posting a lot of updates and stuff there. I will also be posting a video. I don't know if I'm going to be posting the video here on this YouTube channel, or I'll be starting a new one. I think I'll be doing both. I'll be seeing which one is more successful, and then I'll just choose one or the other. But for starters, I will be posting the new episodes on this channel. Yeah, and I'm excited about it because I think that it is something that a lot of people need. Even, there are a lot of people who, I think I just saw something the other day where, people are like, if you have trouble finding friends, then, something's wrong with you, or they kind of laugh at it a little bit. A lot of people, actually do have social anxiety, or just some other issues, or some other things that have happened to them that caused them to not be as open or as easy to make friends. So, I think it'll be helpful. But
and, let's be real here. The people in kind of our age group, or the span of our age group, there was no like bully protection. Now you have like boots and things and like that coming on. So kids get a different defense mechanism. They have other things that they're fighting against, but they don't have the mean girl syndrome as much. It's now you have that chance of shutting it down. So when you look at us as adults, a lot of social anxiety could come from any of those situations.
Yeah.
And they just don't, hopefully they're not occurring as much as like the bullying policies and things that are going into effect.
Yeah, it's true, because some people, they have anxiety because of what happened to them in high school or elementary school. And unfortunately, some, they didn't make it past, whether because of suicide. I mean, it's so sad. I mean, it's still happening today. For me, it made me a lot stronger because I had to defend myself a lot of the times. And so, and then with that whole like New York attitude as well, it's just like if you're gonna come at me, okay, well that lets me know, okay, so you're ready to come, you get down, okay, then don't dish it if you can't take it. The minute you come to me, okay, I'm ready. Yeah. Oh, but now I'm the bad guy because I came at you. Well, then don't come at me, So like for me, like standing up for myself, voicing my opinions, defending myself, like I'm not afraid of that because I went through that as a kid, and like it prepared me, for adult life. But I've been, I mean, in a weird way, I'm fortunate of that. But a lot of people, they
a lot of things happen to people. A lot of things happen to people, and some people are able to, which I guess would be more in your case, you're able to kind of rise to the occasion, or some people kind of fold to the pressure and are just like, I am out. And I think I've kind of been on both sides. I'm kind of now getting to the point, or not now, but like I will say in the most recent past few years, I've been like getting a lot more comfortable saying what I need to say in the moment, and being open and approaching people and being a little bit more social. So, but I have done the completely, let me just lock myself in a box and play World of Warcraft for the next 5 years so I don't have to talk to anybody. But yeah, I mean, I think that's just about everything. It's so sad. I'm going to miss talking to you guys every week and having the DMs and talking about what topic to talk about. And,
I know now every time when I see something crazy happening, I'm going to be thinking like, oh, what would we have said about this?
Right. Well, look, if any of y'all, like my DMs are like completely like, you are not bothering me if you want to send me a crazy article or anything like that. And you just want to like a quick chat or something. We can always talk. And if anybody wants
him all the time.
I feel Mama Shay already knows. She's always showing me some stuff. I just got a flashback to one of the things that you showed me that was just completely.
He was like, oh. Oh, what was it? Okay, you give a little hint.
Match, Jarrod. I know that's what you're thinking of. They didn't match.
Oh my God.
The world they live in now.
In the most general sense, I wandered down a rabbit hole. I don't know how I got to where I got, but it was like a video. Maybe it was either a short video or a GIF. And I thought it was a video. Okay, so somebody was folded in half without clothing. And you could see anything that needed to be seen was being seen. However, I thought it was two people because you could see the face and, you know, shoes to the ceiling position. And I was like, oh, it's two people. So I'm expecting the dude to, like, you know, whether you're going to go forward, whatever you're going to do. But then the feet start moving. And I was like, wait. Like, I'm like, wait, for this position, that's his legs. That's him. And it didn't match. It did not match. Like the face and the torso didn't seem to match. And I thought it was two different people. And I was like, Jarrod, this is one
like, and I just got this random DM, and all, you know, I was not prepared. Because I just clicked, you know, I got my notification and I click it and I'm like, whoa. So yeah, you know, Mama Shay likes to surprise me.
I was just like, somebody come look.
I want to see.
Like, look, come. I know. That's okay. That's okay. I believe you.
It just didn't match, and I was like, "Help me understand." And Jarrod was just like, "Natasha, what are you doing?"
Not the government. Not the government.
Not the government name.
Oh goodness. Well, on that note, since I guess we've come to the end, since we're talking about somebody's end. We have come to the end of Boys and Brunch. And, you know, I just want to thank all of the viewers, all of the people in the chat, the Bourgeois, all of our hosts. We will get a word from Brandon. He is going to send in a little video that I'll splice in here somewhere, either at the beginning or at the end or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's been a blast, and we're all still doing our thing. You can follow all of us online. I'm at Jarrod D King. Mama Shay is at love__eternal. Khalid Rivera is at Khalid Rivera, and Marcus Haynes is at Loose as a Deuce. I do remember.
Yay! I was wondering.
I got everybody's names right. Good. All right.
You sound surprised.
You know, it's funny because I feel like I'm always on the edge of getting Marcus's name. I'm always on the edge of saying like Marcus Harris or something, Harris Williams, you know, because Brandon Harris Williams and then Marcus Haynes. So it's like an H name, and yeah. So I think that's why. But anyway, let's do our little toast for the last time. I'm gonna fill this up, even though it's only water. But
agua, good old agua.
I got a little.
All right. So everyone, be careful what you say, because the boys and girls will brunch. Take care, everyone.